How you guys? Welcome to Audrey's Reading Area. Today's Educational Tuesday. Yes, and a big shout out to my grandbabies, Korea, Sanaa, David the Third, and Kaden. I love you all so much. All right. Alexa, what time is Audrey's Reading Area?
Audrey Reads in her area live at 5, and please subscribe.
Live at 5, and please subscribe to Audrey's Reading Area on YouTube. Go to YouTube. Look me up. Smash that subscribe button. Gotta subscribe. Make it matter, guys. Make it matter. Well, all right. On this Educational Tuesday, yes, you can see I'll be reading a book about dogs, right? About dogs. Everything dog. What kids really want to know about dogs by Marty Crisp. By Marty Crisp. On the back it says, what can a dog tell by smelling a person? Do dogs come from dinosaurs? Do dogs ever fall in love? And what are they thinking when they look at us like that? So what I'm going to do, I'm going to just jump right into this scholastic book and read to you. Right? Can you see? Can you see? What kids really want to know about dogs. On the back it says, have you ever wondered these things about your dog, your friend's dog, or that huge dog that lives next door? Dog lover and author Marty Crisp has gathered in questions from students during school visits across the country. And all the answers are right here. You'll find out about everything dog in this book and why humans and dogs share such a special bond. Okay, let's see. By Marty Crisp. So, it's a very large book. There's an introduction. I'll show you all the pictures and stuff. See the different pictures? See the pictures of all these dogs? See? And it says, do dogs come from dinosaurs? Not from the reptiles you see on the movie screen in Jurassic Park. There are no T-Rexes or velociraptors in the dog's background. Dinosaurs disappeared 65 million years ago. Dogs date back to only 30 million years ago, to the Oligocene period, when a long, low, mongoose-like creature appeared. Scientists today call him a Synodictis. He has teeth that could be used for both crushing and chewing. The special teeth are now called canines, meaning of or relating to dogs. Even people have canines, also known as eye teeth. These are our sharpest, most pointed teeth. In dogs and in vampire movies, canines are also called fangs. Can you see? Can you see? So these dogs' ancestors first came on the scene about 12,000 to 10,000 years ago. You can pause and read if you want, if you like. It says, why do dogs like people? Why do dogs like people? Because they know we feed them, right? I'm just saying. Oh, look at those. Oh. Like wolves, dogs are pack animals. They like living in family groups, following a leader, and working together for the good of the whole pack. Prehistoric cave dwellers were the first people to notice that dogs are intelligent with a superior sense of smell. They also noticed that dogs are excellent hunters and very fast on their 4 feet. Yes. Dogs apparently liked the cave dwellers' home cooking and the way people could scratch the unreachable parts of their backs. It was the beginning of a friendship that has endured almost as long as people have existed on Earth. Mm-hmm. What can a dog tell by smelling a person? And what can a person tell by smelling a dog? Pew, pew. Dogs have amazing noses. While people have only 5 million scent receptors in their noses, dogs have over 2 million scent receptors in their noses and on the roof of their mouths. Hmm. Dogs also have a much larger olfactory or smell processing center in their brains than we do. That means dogs can figure out what they're smelling more easily than we can. Wolves and wild dogs needed good noses to track their prey and avoid danger. In the wild, dogs and wolves with the best noses survived and became more numerous. So I'm going to put this here so you can pause and read the rest. Mm-hmm. Can dogs recognize other people in your family by their smell? Look at this one here. Absolutely. Even when you're not actually dripping with sweat, you and every human being perspire all the time. And 1 gram of the butyric acid or butyric acid, naturally found in human perspiration, contains 17 sextillion molecules of smell. That's an actual number, not a joke. That's what it says. I'm just saying. This smell is genetically programmed in a person from birth. All your blood relatives carry a similar smell, even if they try to cover it up with bottles of perfume. That 1 gram of smell would be enough that even if it were in only one little spot on top of a 10-story building, your dog could find it. So it doesn't matter how much deodorant you or your relatives wear, your dog's nose knows. Down here it says no matter how many baths you take, your dog can recognize you and your relatives by smell alone. Even though it looks funny, the toilet bowl is not a good place to get a drink of water. Nope. How do dogs drink with their noses in the water? I guess they hold their breath. That's my guess. Hold your breath and drink, right? I'm just saying. It only looks like they plunge their muzzles into their water bowls or the toilet bowl to drink. Dogs usually lap the water into their mouths with their noses hovering above the surface. A dog's tongue curls, acting like a spoon, and scoops up the water. Aw, how cute is that? Why do some dogs' ears stick up while others flop down? Go ahead and read that. Freeze, pause the video and read. And it also says dogs' ears come in many shapes, from the spaniels, cocker spaniels, pendant ears left, to the German shepherd's prick ears right. Dog food looks and smells pretty gross. So why do dogs like it? Can people eat dog food? I didn't want to know that. Do y'all want to know that? Just don't eat any dog food. Dogs have far fewer taste buds than people. That's so funny because they have nose, like their sense of smell is stronger than ours, but their taste buds are less. So they can smell things but not really taste as many things as us. Interesting. Dogs have far fewer taste buds than people, about 1 for every 6 we have. So dogs are not as picky about their food. What a dog wants is something strong smelling, since smell is the main way dogs enjoy their food. People can eat dog food, but we probably wouldn't like the ripe smell or the bland taste. Also, we don't have the right kind of teeth for smashing up hard chunks of dog kibble. Okay. Dogs have a sturdier hinge in their jaw than we have. And that gives their bite more power. So they have more power in their bite. So like wolves, Dogs have the ability to bite down hard. Wow. And hang on to prey that is still moving. A dog's teeth also have better cusps or sharp points on their otherwise flat molars. A human's molars are rounded. A dog's cusps act as chisels to crack kibble easily. Look at him pulling on this thing here, the doggy toy thing. Just pulling on it. Are there any diseases people can get from dogs or dogs can get from people? That's a good question, right? People cannot get most viruses or bacterial infections from dogs and vice versa. Most viruses and bacterial infections are what doctors call species specified. And dogs are completely different species from people. So we can't trade most diseases. Most. Didn't say all, said most. We can, however, get parasites such as ringworms or mange mites from dogs. Also, rabies is a nasty virus that lives in a dog's saliva and can be passed to humans if the infected dog bites us. Or if he has it and he's licking you all in your mouth and face and stuff, I can imagine it can be passed like that. I'm just saying. How many hours a day is a dog supposed to sleep? Sleep time varies greatly by age. Old dogs and young puppies sleep longer. So like humans, right? But the average healthy adult pet dog probably sleeps about 16 hours a day. Your dog may sleep from 10 to 20 hours a day, depending on how busy he is. There are also differences among breeds when it comes to sleep. Working breeds such as Siberian Huskies and Corgis are more active and usually more high-strung. They sleep less. Lap dogs such as Papillons and Pekingese, they sleep more. They sleep more. Yep. When sleeping dogs twitch and make noises, are they dreaming? No one knows for sure if dogs dream, but most experts believe dogs do dream about everything from chasing rabbits to greeting their people. Just like humans, dogs' eyelids sometimes tremble during REM sleep. REM stands for rapid eye movement, and we all have that when we sleep. REM, I'm going to read that part now. Now they tell it. REM stands for rapid eye movement. For humans, REM sleep means dream time. Sleeping dogs often twitch, jerk, and make noises that seem funny and make us wonder what they're dreaming about. Just like a person, a dog relaxes all his muscles during sleep. This is what leads both dogs and people to snort, grunt, and make other silly noises in their sleep. And down here it says some dogs, such as the boxer on the opposite page, may even sleep with their eyes open. Do dogs ever fall in love? Do dogs ever fall in love? That is a good question. A dog does not mate for life with just one other dog. But dogs are faithful to their fellow pack members. Many dogs seem to choose one person to whom they give all their love and loyalty. Some dogs, such as Chow Chows and Scottish Terriers, are strictly one-person dogs, and they form particularly strong attachments to that person. Other dogs, especially floppy-eared dogs, keep the puppy trait of seeming to love everyone. Dogs are faithful to their fellow pack members, whether they are human or canine. It's interesting. It's interesting, right? Do dogs cry? Do dogs cry? Remember, you can pause and read. Dogs have lacrimal or tear glands, which constantly produce tears that wash the surface of their eyes. These glands sometimes get clogged up, causing a discharge under a dog's eyes that makes him look like he's crying. I have seen that. I have seen it. dogs looking like they're crying. So that must be what they're talking about, right? It says these glands sometimes get clogged up, causing a discharge under a dog's eye that makes him look like he's crying. But dogs don't express their sad emotions by shedding tears like how we do, right? They use body language like their tail between their legs or their head down or sounds, howls, and whimpers. Dogs also express grief by lying around, moping, and not eating. They may grieve for anyone in their pack, human or dog, who dies or even just goes away. Dogs live completely in the present. They don't keep date books or look at calendars. When you're on vacation, they don't know you'll be back in a week. They only know you're gone. Aw. Oh. How come my dog never seems to watch TV with me? And I just saw something today on some social media thing that showed the two dogs watching TV. And then their human turned it off. And they started barking at him. So the human turned it back on. And they got back on the bed and just propped themselves up and watched TV. So let's see what the book says about TV. Can dogs see what people see? It says most dogs can see in an arc of 250 degrees. Humans and flat-faced dogs, such as the Pekingese, have only 180 degrees of vision. This means that dogs spend a lot of time seeing with either one eye or the other. I did not know this. This is called monocular vision, while humans have binocular or two-eyed vision. That's why dogs are not as good as people are at picking out details or seeing colors, but they're much better at spotting movement and probably smelling too, right? And their eyes work better than ours in dim light. Most dogs lack the detail vision needed to enjoy television. Many scientists believe that the flat screen looks about the same to a dog as a painting hanging on the wall looks to us. Over here it says the TV screen may look about the same to a dog as a painting looks to us. Interesting. Did anyone ever invent his or her own breed of dog? Well, you guys can pause and read. Pause and read. Have any dog breeds ever become extinct? You can also pause and read. Pause and read. Pause and read. What's a dog's tail for? When it wags, does that mean the dog is happy? Experts debate whether or not a wagging tail means happiness, but it definitely means excitement. Tails are always a good indicator of how a dog is feeling. An active, upright tail means things are fine, or at least interesting. A slowly twitching upright tail and a stiff tail held straight out are warning signs telling us a dog is wary and on guard. Yeah, don't go near them and don't touch them. A drooping, tucked under tail means they are really bad. It says means things are really bad. The dog also may crouch and make himself look smaller as if to say, I'm small, don't hurt me. Don't hurt me. This makes him look sorry. No matter how he actually feels. Tails also act as a balance with a dog's neck, providing a kind of rudder when a dog is running, jumping, or swimming. There are countless types of tails, including bobtails on the Old English sheepdog, cranktail from the bulldog, otter tail, the Labrador retriever, squirrel tail from the Pekingese, flagpole tail from the Basset hound, rat tail from the Irish Water Spaniel, pothook tail from the Shih Tzu, whip tail from the Greyhound, curl tail from a Chow Chow, plume tail from a Pomeranian, ring tail from an Afghan hound, sword or saber tail. I didn't know there were this many tails on dogs. A sword or saber tail from a German Shepherd, tufted tail from the Chinese crested, sickle tail from a Chihuahua, and docked tail from a boxer or a Doberman. Like ducked ears, duck tails are not natural and seem to be falling out of favor. Look at all those tails. Interesting. Why do dogs sniff under each other's tails? This should be interesting to hear. Dogs don't consider this behavior to be the least bit rude. The smells under a dog's tail tells where he's been, what he's been doing, and how he ranks socially compared to the dog doing the sniffing. A dog has 2 scent glands, one on each side of his anus, so sniffing under the tail is an ideal spot to find the facts. A dog who is allowed to sniff on another dog under the tail is of a higher rank than the dog being sniffed. In other words, the sniffer outranks the sniffy. Dogs sniff all around each other, but sniffing under the tail reveals the most information, as you can see. Do dogs have baby teeth that fall out before they get their adult teeth? Well, people have 32 adult teeth, including our often removed wisdom teeth. People are usually born toothless when baby teeth start to grow in at around 6 months of age. Yeah. Well, I have a thing for you. My little sister, was born with a tooth. She was born with a tooth. That's not usual though. So those baby teeth fall out when adult teeth grow in, beginning at around 5 years old. Dogs are also born without teeth. Their puppy or milk teeth, 28 of them, start coming in at around 5 weeks. By 4 months, the puppy teeth are being pushed out and replaced by 42 adult teeth. I had no idea, or I just didn't remember. We had so many dogs growing up. Canine teeth at the front of the jaw. Because kids are talking by the age of 5, they usually tell their parents when they feel a loose tooth, and they often offer that tooth for cash to the tooth fairy. Puppies, on the other hand, tend to swallow their baby teeth. That's why I didn't know. They swallow their baby teeth, which pass harmlessly through their digestive system. Let's take a look at these teeth. These dogs' teeth. How cute, right? Why aren't dogs supposed to eat chocolate? Why aren't they supposed to eat chocolate? Wow, theobromine, a primary ingredient in chocolate, is toxic to dogs. Do not feed dogs chocolate. It's toxic to dogs. It can cause liver failure and even death if dogs eat enough of it. Commercially made chocolate candy, which is loaded with more sugar and milk than chocolate, probably won't make a dog sick unless the dog is quite small. But chocolate can have some nasty side effects. It can cause seizures, vomiting, diarrhea, and hyperactivity. According to the National Animal Poison Control Center, milk chocolate has 44 through 60 milligrams of chocolate per ounce. Unsweetened bacon chocolate has 450 milligrams per ounce. As little as 1 ounce of bacon chocolate or 10 ounces of milk chocolate can be lethal to a small dog. But no matter what size your dog is, eating chocolate, and yes, most dogs do have a sweet tooth, is a bad idea. Don't give your dogs chocolate, you guys. When your dog stares at you, he just wants to know what's on your mind. That's what this says. When a dog stares at you, what is he thinking? He could be thinking about attacking. That's what a wild wolf would be thinking. But it's more likely that he's trying to decide what you, a hard to understand human being, are going to do next. And more importantly, what you want him to do. Have you ever had a staring contest with a friend to see who could go longest without laughing? If you're in a staring contest with a dog, he'll never laugh. But if you win the contest, It just might help him decide who's in charge. You. What color is a dog's skin underneath all that fur? And can dogs remember stuff? How long are their memories? That's another thing that you can do. You can read on your own. Pause and read. It says the color of a dog's fur is often a clue to the color of his skin. Interesting. Interesting. How many toes does a dog have? Pause and read. Their pause and read. Dew claws are often removed when a dog is 4 or 5 days old. Are the pads on a dog's foot part of his toes? You can pause and read. Pause and read. Why do dogs seem so happy to see us, even if they've just seen us? No matter where you've been, even if you've been away for just a minute, you bring back new smells every time you walk in the door. That's one reason your dog is happy to see you. But the enthusiasm of the greeting depends on the personality of the dog. Some dogs are just naturally bouncy and enthusiastic. They're eager to express excitement at just about anything that happens, including your return from taking out the garbage. Your dog likes you. He really likes you. Dogs never pretend to like somebody. It's all genuine doggy love. And if your dog really loves you, he's not kidding or putting on an act. He really is happy to see you any place, anytime. Aww. Why do dogs have cold, wet noses? Aww, this little Rottweiler. Moisture helps conduct scent, and most moist or wet things feel cold to the touch. A dog's cold, leathery nose is naturally moist. But dogs also lick their noses frequently to help their scenting ability. Cats have whiskers, do dogs? It says the dog's whiskers are harder to see than a cat's. So dogs do have whiskers above their eyes. Above their eyes. I guess we call ours eyebrows, right? I'm just saying. I'm just saying. And below their jaws. Above their eyes, on their muzzle, and below their jaws. Although the whiskers are sometimes almost invisible in their fur, a dog's whiskers are less sensitive than a cat's, but still make up an important element in a dog's sense of touch. Whiskers sense airflow, helping dogs know where to sniff for the best information. The scientific name for whiskers is vibrissae. I'm trying to say it. Vibrissae. There it is. I hope I said it right after all of that tongue twisting. Why do dogs lick us? Yuck! Why do dogs lick us? Do they wish we'd lick them back? Yuck! Dogs lick their own wounds as well as the wounds of pack members. Veterinarians speculate that they do this to keep a wound clean and free of maggots. Throughout history in some civilizations, a dog's lick was considered a healing touch. In ancient Rome, people worshipped Asclepios, the god of medicine. Sick people would go to the Asclepios temples to have the temple dogs try to lick away everything from blindness to tumors. Clearly, dogs lick people as a way to care for us and show their affection, just as wolves lick their pack members. Yeah, no. Dogs wouldn't mind if we licked them back, but since we're alpha members of the pack, they don't expect it. Dogs, like wolves, show affection by licking their pack members. I will not lick my pack members, you guys. And I hope you won't either. Why do some dogs like riding in cars and other dogs don't? Hmm. This probably has as much to do with a dog's first experiences in a car as anything else. Was his first car ride a trip to the vet? Did he get shots? Did he get poked and prodded and maybe growled at by other big dogs? If your family takes your dog to fun places, he's sure to love riding in the car. You can read this, pause it, and read it. Interesting. His memory works fine. If he remembers the car rides being fun or ending up in fun, he's going to love it, right? But if they ended up in things that they, excuse me, that they didn't like, they probably won't like going in the car. How many breeds of dogs are there in the world? There are over 400 breeds of dogs, but some are recognized by only one country's dog or kennel club, like a purebred dog. Mutts are mixed breeds. Has a sire, a father, and a dang mother of the same breed. And his parents both had parents of that same breed, and so on, going back to whenever the breed was developed. Modern dog breeds were first officially registered or recorded in the 1870s in England. Now there are registering bodies or dog clubs in almost every country in the world. In the U.S., that registering body is the American Kennel Club, or AKC. Over 400 breeds of dogs are recognized around the world. Who was the most famous dog ever? I'm going to guess and say that it was Lassie. Lassie. I don't know. I'm going to read it to you. So, it's impossible to pick just one. There are dog stars in books such as Buck and Jack London's Call of the Wild and The Faithful Argos and Homer's Odyssey. There are many more dog stars in the movies and on TV, from Lassie, I said it, Lassie, yes, from Lassie and Rin Tin Tin and Old Yeller. I remember all of these dogs. And Mickey Mouse's canine sidekick, Pluto. But he's not a real dog, you know that. Lassie, look, Lassie, yes. There's actually another dog called Benji. Benji. Is it Benji? Benji. There are a couple of real-life dogs, however, who have gone down in history and are now best remembered for their amazing courage. Balto is a husky who saved hundreds of people from a diphtheria epidemic in Alaska in 1925. The famous Iditarod race is based on his run. And Laika is the first dog in space. She went up in the former Soviet Union Sputnik 2 in 1957. It was a space capsule that wasn't designed for recovery, so Laika never came down. Wow, they just sent her up there, huh? Sent her up there. Wow. Strelka, however, in 1960 became the first dog to orbit the Earth 18 times and return safely. But really, why do dogs like people? Why do dogs like people? We're circling around to that same old puzzling question. In a world where most animals count human beings as the enemy, how did the precious bond between human and dog take hold? After all, these four-footed playmates and co-workers started out as wolves. Although it's funny to look at a Chihuahua and a wolf and try to imagine them as relatives, they both have the same genes, the same sociability, and the same instincts. Wolves, however, are wild. Even tame wolves retain a certain amount of unpredictable wildness. Dogs are wolves we can trust. They're quite different from their genetic twin. Today we're part of our dogs' packs and they're part of our families. They have come to embrace us as their leaders, helpers, parents, and friends. We each have strengths and weaknesses, and we're each eager to help the other. And down here it says, dogs are wolves we can trust. We're part of our dogs, packs, and they're part of our families. Dog superlatives. Look at this. Look at this dog running. He just looks like he's running real fast, right? Dogs come in many sizes with a variety of skills. From the golden retriever, upper left, golden retriever, they love swimming. To the chihuahua, upper right, oh, they talk a lot of smack. They sit there and they bark, 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 bark all the time. To the greyhound, this is the greyhound. So the fastest dog, so these are dog superlatives or, dog facts. Fastest, greyhound. Slowest, the basset hound. They are slow, aren't they? The biggest is the mastiff. Smallest is the chihuahua. The loudest, any dog of any size who won't stop barking, right? Quietest, the basenji. They don't bark, but they do yodel. The smartest, the border collie. The dumbest, they named the Afghan hound. Both smartest and dumbest ratings are according to The Intelligence of Dogs by Stanley Coren. Note that this measures the dog's intelligence in terms of his ability to be trained to work with human beings. Okay. The hairiest is the Old English sheepdog. The baldest is the Mexican hairless. The hottest, a dog's normal temperature is 101 degrees Fahrenheit compared to the coldest, a person's normal temperature is 98.6 degrees. We're definitely the coldest members of the pack. This is how we got the expression 3-dog night. If it's so cold that you have to sleep with 3 dogs under your covers to keep warm, it's a chilly 3-dog night. All right. I never knew that's what that meant. I never knew that's where that came from. 3 dogs night. The end, you guys. That is the end of Everything Dog. Wow. Everything Dog. And I just want to shout out to Muffy. May she rest up. Rest in peace, Muffy. She had to be put down. Miss my Muffy. My sister's Muffy, but she was everybody's Muffy. I forgot what breed she was. Something close to a Shih Tzu. But she had to be put down last year, and she is truly, truly missed. We miss you, Muffy. Anyway, shout out to my mom, who is always here listening to me read all of these fun, exciting, and educational books. Yes, I love, love, love reading to you guys, and I hope you love, love, love listening to me read to you. So please, 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 please tune in every day at 5 p.m. Live, Live, live at 5 every day. Okay? Every weekday, that is, Monday through Friday, here at Audrey's Reading Area. So shout out to you. Just click like my videos, share my videos, go to YouTube, and subscribe to my videos. Smash it up. All right, you guys. I will see you again tomorrow live, Live, live at 5 here in Audrey's Reading Area.